Hi everybody! Something that you might have heard your teacher or SLP recommend before is to give your child choices as a way to give them a sense of agency and also to get them to do what you want to do. But what we don't always communicate to parents, and what we should do a better job of communicating, is that when we say give your child choices, we mean a very specific thing, and that thing is binary choices. For example, have you ever walked into a restaurant and looked at the menu and there were about 100 different items on there, and you had 30 seconds to decide what you wanted before the waiter comes up and asks, "Hey, what are you going to order?" And you're panicking because you have all these choices that you haven't gotten to sift through, and it makes the choice harder? That is called choice overload. Choice overload is when the decision is more difficult because there's too many options to choose from, and it's how our students feel whenever they are given the world as their oyster when it comes to choices. So when we say binary choices, we mean a choice between 2 or 3 different options, which makes it much more palatable for your child and they're much more willing to choose something. For example, you can use these in both preferred and non-preferred activities. Like at the end of sessions, if they get through all of my work, they might get to choose a reward, and that choice could be between Dragon Game or Pop the Pig. Those are 2 choices that they prefer, but they're limited to those 2, because if I were to say, "Hey, what do you want to do?" the first thing they might say is, "Can we get in your car and go for a ride?" That's not a choice, but I made it one because I didn't specify which choices I wanted them to choose. So 2 and 3 choices are good because they still get to do what they want to do, but they have to do it on your terms. When it comes to binary choices in a non-preferred task, let's say that your child is under the table because they don't want to sit down to dinner. You might be able to give them a choice like, do you want to sit in this chair or in this chair? And that way, they're still doing things on your terms because they have to sit in a chair, but they get the agency to decide what chair they want to sit in. So for kids, choices are a very helpful thing, but it's always important to provide the structure so that they know exactly what their choices are. Because if they're given too many, they might kind of freak out or shut down because they don't know what to expect or what they should choose. That is my recommendation for today. And if you ever have any questions for me, feel free to email me at katherinejohnson@wsdr4.org. Thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.